Hello, Sean Sands from Gamers with Job, back with more Kerbal Space Program. We are picking up where we left off. I picked up a little bit of science from Minmus, just went ahead and charged up our science. I upgraded my mission control center because I want to do this today. I mean, we have a whole bunch. It's time to start the moon missions. And we got our first Duna mission, which we'll, put in the back of our head as a thing we're going to do at some point. But we're going to build an orbital station around the moon. Yes, this is another one I was able to pick up. We need to build a station that has an antenna, a docking port, can generate power, have a facility supporting at least 7 Kerbals, 4,000 units of fuel, like just stuff. It needs to have stuff. So we'll begin to build a moon station. How do we make that? I don't know. Let's figure it out. So I want a science. Maybe we'll put... All right. Needs a control first, right? Does it? Yeah, because we're gonna need. Yeah. Because we're gonna need something to take it up with. Mark II command pod. We'll start with that. All right. What are we gonna do here? So this may be like a few episodes to get this the way I want it, and kind of couple of Munar episodes. Let's see. So are we going to bring some, like a pilot back? And it doesn't need actually 7 Kerbals. It just needs a place for 7 Kerbals, right? Because I don't have 7 Kerbals right now. Lots of probe stuff. Transfer crew. Docking port can generate power. Supporting at least 7 Kerbals. Okay. So we are going to bring our guys back. So let's start with that. I don't think we're actually going to land on the moon this time. Nope. This one. Nope. The other one. Boop. A couple of drogue chutes. And maybe a couple of parachutes like that. Good. Put a heat shield on it. And we finally have the heat shield that works. We will... That's all we need there, right? Because that's just going to be the final re-entry stage. That's just the part we land. Good. So... bringing that back. Yeah. Hey, cool. I can use this cool new decoupler. I like it. Might try engine plates. All right. So it needs... Now we need our actual thing. Where's our station? Our science station. How many does this have room for? It holds... requires at least 1. Only a crew capacity of 2. Interesting. So we need crew quarters with it, I assume, right? How are we going to get 7? How are we going to get space for 7 Kerbals? Maybe it's a multi-step mission. Maybe we bring a second stage. Never done this before, so I'm just going to have to think about it. Storage container? It's got room for 4 Kerbals in it, so that gives us 6, and this is 7, 8, so maybe that would count as enough. Storage container, good. And we need a couple of docking ports, right? So where are docking ports? Here? Do we want to maybe put them on the side? Like that? I want to leave the thing open in case we need to get somebody out of there. So it has docking ports. And then we can bring something back at some point to dock there. Good. It needs to generate power. Gonna do the cool 1x6. going to do 4 times here. And we're going to put some batteries on it too. There we go. It can generate and store power. Very, very good. Fuel will be fine because we'll just have that all connected. 4,000 units of fuel is actually a lot, isn't it? Have 2 pilots on the station, so we don't have to keep them there, right? It's in Kerbal. Kerbal can be up here, and we'll put an engineer in here. Gleber. Did I pick up Gleber? I need to get rid of Gleber's canister. That's up there doing a whole bunch of nothing too. So that'd be 4 for now. We don't have any scientists. I think I've said that like 3 times now. Hey guys, did you know we don't have scientists? This just in. Hot breaking news. No scientists. Good. 4,000 units of fuel. Yikes. That feels like a lot. Decouple. There. All right, and we need to be able to transmit. I need a better communications thing. We don't need 4 of them. You can just put that there. Good. Oh, there's so many things I'm going to mess up and forget and get wrong, isn't there? No, I believe in me. I believe in me, you guys. Let's see. No. Don't think we have one that... Okay, yeah. So we can just go straight from here. Is that the right size? That is not the right size. Is this the right size? That is not the right size. Is this the right size? That is the right size. I like having one of these in here too. How much fuel is that? So that's 720. God, you need so much fuel on this thing. Are we gonna have to bring a separate ship and dock like 2 ships to the side so we have enough fuel in the different ships? I don't know. We might. So that really may be a multi-step sort of thing. There we go. Gives us how much blah 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 blah. It's very heavy. It's going to be a very heavy thing. That is going to be one of our stages. God, we're gonna have a lot of stages here. And we're gonna do the same sort of thing again. I mean, we could do this. Put some more fuel on there. Always grab the wrong one. And then maybe a couple on the side too. This is a beast. 46,000 we're spending so far. Still under, I mean, we're okay. We have unlimited weight? Yeah. No problem on parts. So let's put some more fuel tanks on there. Put a couple of these babies. And some engines to go with it. We use these nice vectoring engines. We need an RCS tank. And this is the big one? Yeah, first try. Yeah, keep the... No, let's not do the yellow this time. Let's do the gray and white. And let's do the orange. Haven't done orange for a while. That looks terrible. That looks dumb. I've made a dumb thing. Ooh, nope. Yeah, these can't be orange. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. Put these here. These? No, we don't have a good size for this, do we? We have too big and we have too small. No, this looks ridiculous. Unacceptable. We do need the cross feed so that we can do that. 6,000 delta V. Am I crazy? Does that not seem like enough? Let's put this down here. I mean, it probably is to get in orbit around the Mun. Plenty. We won't have any fuel left, but we can break another ship that has fuel. Can't we? It's a lot. Am I crazy? That 4,000 units of liquid fuel in your station. Do we maybe want to do 4 times instead? Except these are going to go from here to here. So we're going to launch everything at once. Disengage those. Nope, that's down here as well. Disengage those, then disengage those. Now we're up to 7,000. Didn't actually add all that much delta V. Could use these instead. How much fuel? It should say on here, doesn't it? Fuel tank. 540, yeah. 4,000. 4,000 is like, well, this right here is 720, 2,100, 20, roughly a little less than 2,500. So, well, let's start with one thing at a time. Let's get this thing in orbit. We really do need a scientist actually to be in there. It doesn't make sense to launch that and just not have any scientists. This is a space station, so I don't know. Now, what would you call it? The Munar space station. We'll save that. Let's get some scientists. Nope, wrong building. You and you. We need 2 scientists. You'll do nicely. So we'll pull those engineers. Right, we will pull you, and Valentina can stay. Yeah, because Valentina may need to bring a second mission up with the rest of the fuel that we need, because we're using a lot of that. I mean, we're hauling some very heavy things. Let's just get this in orbit, get our station up and running. Here's a problem. How does this actually get back? It will be in orbit around the Mun, so it's going to need its own. Oh, it's going to need its own little way to get back. So we're going to need one more decoupler. There. Which delta V is that on its own? What do we want to use for that? Probably just a poodle. Poodle's kind of big though. Maybe one of these? Never used these. This could be fun. That's 1,000 delta V on its own, so that's plenty to get back and from the Mun. Let's move those up so they don't. Yeah, so they don't clip. It probably is fine. Okay, so we'll leave the canister and the scientists behind, And we will come back with more fuel, presumably. So we'll leave this hopefully all attached with whatever we have in there. Okay, staging. This goes, and those go, and those go, and that blows, and that blows. Yeah, that's what I thought. That. Nope, that is the last thing to go. And the drogue chutes actually need to go first. The drogue chutes are here. That needs to go right here. Okay, so lift off. Detach, 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 go. And that's going to have to be enough to get us into a Munar orbit. We are going to need our RCS thrusters. Command and control. Get those RCS thrusters on there. Give me my center of mass. So we'll put some here. And we will put some here. Did I have 4 times symmetry below? I did not. Maybe I did. We need a advanced inline stabilizer, probably. How big is this? I need a bigger one. That's the one. That's the one. There we go. 7,500 delta V should be more than enough, right? Worst comes to worst, we could drag this into orbit with these. I mean, we're not going to get the fuel requirement, but we can bring back... I can run some separate missions to kind of get there for that. Let's make sure we have our Kerbal engineer. Put that there. We don't have the service bay yet, do we? 1.25 meters is not big enough. Because I'm thinking we don't have... So maybe what we'll do is we'll bring some science modules too. Because I don't have any science to do. We can put some goo containers on here. Put that there. Put that there. That's it, I think. We'll bring a science junior at some point. All right. So this is the main sort of core of our station. Now that's only going to hold 6 people, but once we attach other stuff, that'll count as, yeah. I think we give this a try. Could I technically land this thing and get back? Maybe I will land it. Maybe this is still a landing mission. And then, in which case, we will need some ladders. Not ladders, landers. Those are the things I'm after. And we want some power for this as well, then. Even just photovoltaic. No, not giant ones. These will be fine. Where they get out of... I want to make sure I don't cover up how they get out. I think that's fine. We'll test it on the pad just to make sure. We will put a battery on it just to be safe. And we need some legs. I mean, we're going to be right there. It's silly not to land if we can, right? 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 That's a big, ugly, dumb ship I've made. All right. I think this is a start. Like I said, this is going to take a little time to get everything. But mostly, okay, so this mission is successful if I can put, and I should be able to put, the mobile processing lab and the hitchhiker storage container in orbit around the Mun with the docking ports. Now, is there anything else I'm forgetting here? 2 pilots, stability, orbit, support 7 Kerbals. It will when you have other things attached to it. All right. Let's take this to the Mun. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Do we get it first try? RCS, SAS. In 3, 2, 1. All right. And we'll kind of tilt it slowly, carefully. Carefully. Oh, so carefully. And we're already almost done with the first stage. And that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's still fine. We're all still fine. We're still accelerating. Oof. Careful, careful. Don't lose it. It was a minor explosive decompression of our fuel tanks. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think I said a thing that's not what happened at all. Okay, we're going to try and rotate this thing around without going nuts. Get rid of those. We didn't blow anything up. All right. Now let's start turning her over. Apps is at 28,000. We are still accelerating nicely. And good. We have power. Have I forgotten anything? You know, you're not supposed to do the pre-flight checklist at 28,000 meters, but, you know, here we are. God, that stage is already almost done. I would really like to be in an orbit before we have to cut this stage. But, you know, it will be what it will be. And what it will not be is a complete orbit in this stage. We are going to cut it around 80, 90K. Well, we'll just cut it when the fuel runs out. Apoaps in 1 minute 52 seconds. And get up a bit. We still probably have at least 1,000 delta V we need to spend. But that's all right. We'll start burning again. This one's not a super strong engine, as I recall. We'll test it around the 40-second mark. We don't have RCS anymore, so we need to keep that in mind. We can actually, well, we'll deploy in a minute. Burn for circularization. Going to get a lot of delta EV out of this particular tank, though, which is nice. Now, can we refuel? There's a way to transfer, right? Will we be, if we put something here on this docking port, I think there's a way to transfer it back into this. So The reason I'm thinking that is we can fill these up. I kind of want to keep these tanks attached, so we're not having to try and dock with these huge, massive machines that are going to be incredibly hard to maneuver. You know, primarily with RCS. It's just a lot of mass to try and move 4,000, you know, units of fuel. Come on. Put it in orbit. This is taking so much fuel. Because this fuel is all, it's not staying with the station. But we're almost there. All right, so this is, like I said, success is only getting this in orbit and maybe landing too on the Mun. And 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. It's an ugly orbit, but it's an orbit. It's a living. We'll set that as target. What's our... it's good enough. Isn't it? Isn't it? Do I have to do a... If you're going to do an orbit, do it right. Add a maneuver here. We go down, not up. I mean, it's only 13 meters per second, but it's worth doing. It's worth doing right. God, I'm such a dad. Welcome to Kerbal Space, Dad. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Okay. Have that node in just a couple of minutes. 3, 2, 1. Up. Come on. Go faster. Not too fast. All right. You can burn now. No. Don't torque on me. What are you doing? Thing went driving off on its own when I put any thrust on it. It's all right. We got it. And cut. Perfect. Very nicely done. Okay. So, to the Mun. Let's do it about here. And how much is that? 862. 900, 500, 400, 230. There we go. Nice intercept. 864 delta V. We still have 2,354 in this stage, so we're going to use up 2/3 of it by the time we actually get in orbit around the Mun, I think. That feels right. And we have that burn in 10 minutes. Okay, it's nice to be going back to the Mun. Like, I know we've talked about that before. Like, the Mun's just, it's core, it's just central, it's fun. But I never get tired of it. Should burn in now. There we go. Like, I never get tired of it. I should. I've done it a million times. Here's the thing. I'm kind of nervous about this whole docking thing. I don't know how to do it. I don't quite know how it works. I watched a tutorial or two, and I know we're not doing the docking this time. But we're going to have to complete that mission. So I'm going to have to figure out how the hell that works. Which will be fun. It's a brand new thing, but like I said, never docked before. I've never docked 2 ships, so that is going to be both very exciting and likely a catastrophe. What are you going to do, you know? Do we have any other stuff we need to do while we're here? In this, we want to plant the flag on the moon. The moon. We want to get science data from the surface of the moon. We're doing the orbital station. We do not have the 4,000. Even now, we don't have 4,000 units of fuel. Need to come back and finish those atmospheric surveys. And there's a couple of these we're going to be able to do too. So, I mean, we're going to make some money and some science off this. Then I can come back and do that. Then I can get the science for the Munar excursion module, so we can do a more traditional Apollo mission next time. And we can use that. I mean, it'll still be fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kill it. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, we have, I would call that an intercept, but we'll get closer and then we'll figure out how to, let's only warp about here. Because that looks like we're gonna just brush right over the top. Well, no, that's not an intercept. That's not, okay. Let's do a quick save. And turn off SAS, turn off RCS. We need to extend our solar panels. I know I should have put them on an action group instead of doing it this way, but I didn't. And that's that whole story. That's pretty much the whole story. All right. Now a quick save. Let's get to here. It's interesting it's not showing me what the periapsis is here, but that does not look like, you know, a crash landing. Oh, except that it is. So, okay, so we just need to bring our orbit up a little bit. This way? Nope. Forgot to turn my SAS on. Let's just make sure. If we add a maneuver and we go retrograde, that's not going to bring us up, is it? No, that's going to... We want to go prograde. So swing around to prograde, do 67 meters per second. There we go. And we'll just burn a little bit so that we don't crash into the moon. We weren't going to crash much, just a little crash. We'll bring it up to 20K. That's good. And then let's warp to here. And we'll want a retrograde burn. Welcome to the moon. We have fun in games. And burn. $19,000. Let's get that down to about 20,000. Be a little closer to the periaps so we have nice efficient burn. And we're not dropping our periaps unnecessarily low. In fact, get to the periaps. That works. All right. So, what are some of the things we can do? Can we transfer to a vessel? Transfer crew. We'll transfer Kerbal to here. Does that not? Did he not? Where are you, Kerbal? Nope. We did the orbital spacewalk. Very nice. Feel like transfer crew. Oh, it's got to be from a different mission. I see. Well, that's all right. We'll do that next time when we come dock. Let's transfer you back up to the lunar capsule. Can we disengage? All right. So we have this here. Let's do observe mystery go. We can't store that. Why can't we store that? Why can't we store that? Start research. No scientists present. Did I not put scientists in this thing? I know I did. No, I know I did. I know I did. I didn't, did I? I did. Somehow I didn't put scientists. We'll bring scientists. It's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. So we'll have to bring scientists. I'm going to have to run. Like, I'm not going to make you watch all these missions. Let's get around to the light side because I'm going to do my landing. Okay, so I have to bring fuel. I have to bring science. How much fuel do we currently have in here? 100, 100, 100. So about 2, 4, 6, about 700. How do we transfer fuel between places? Oh, we are on the day side now. It's the thing I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to bring scientists. I'm going to have to learn how to transfer fuel. Transfer crew. Shut down the engine. We're going to disengage this. Oh, you can enable crossfeed. And then enable crossfeed here. And now, can I? Sorry, okay. No, we're going to disengage this. We're going to decouple, and we're going to, very good, control from here. And that thing is, okay, wait a minute. Now, are we going to be able to dock? Yeah, because when we come, we can always get one of the Kerbals to get out. All right. I just want to come back here for a second. How do I set this as the target? Like that. So I want to try one thing real quick. Oops, too much. Too much. We have 1700 delta V, so I think we're okay. Okay, I'm going to get Kerbal to kind of get out again. If I get him to go over to here, will that then become... First of all, I want to make sure he can get into this thing. I want to make sure I haven't just created space debris. Okay, and you can board that, right? Very good. All right. This doesn't have command and control. I did it again. Oh, but if okay, things I have to learn. If I attach, if I dock a vehicle with command and control, will that count? So many things to learn. So many things to mess up, and I'm. Doing a pretty good job of that. Will this thing just be spinning out in space? Hopefully not. We got a lot to learn. Okay. Back to this mission. So we put the science there. And we may have to do it again. And I'm just may have, I mean, live and learn, I guess. Don't go zipping past, please. Where's the entrance for this thing? All right, he's in. We're going to touch this thing down. Switch into orbit. Let's go retrograde to orbit. Got some electric charge. Okay, I'm kind of getting excited there. And our surface information, horizontal speed's 534. Let's burn that off. We can always stage a rescue if we don't have enough gas here. Yep. Keep burning. Horizontal speed down under 100. Let's get it down to nothing if we can. 40, 30, 20. Okay, basically nothing. Retrograde. Do a quick save. We are how far up? 17 kilometers. So we can fall for a while, which is not great. There we go. We're going to extend our landing legs. We can fall a little farther. Let's go ahead and burn off some of that speed just to make sure we don't crash into the ground. Cut it down to about 50 for now. Good. And we cannot warp. Under a kilometer up. Still more than 1,000 delta V in the tank. I feel like I've still got some horizontal speed. Why do I have so much horizontal speed? Oh, because I'm not doing it to surface. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I can't. It's just... Oh. It's got to be the surface. Why wasn't it to surface? All right, this is why we do quick saves. Man, that was bad. I could see that it, like, I mean, I could see that I still had that horizontal speed. It was like, no, you don't have any horizontal speed. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I do. This is not a very nice flat terrain. There we go. Okay. That was ugly, but we found a flat terrain. I'm sorry I wasn't talking for a while because brain just wasn't working that time. Okay, so we're on the ground. We're on the moon. Jeb, no, Kerbal. You get the honors this time. Do an EVA report. I don't know if that was going to do anything. Excellent. Go ahead and keep that experiment and store that experiment. There you go. Nice. 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 Now do another EVA report here and take a surface sample and plant a flag. And we'll put surface and orbit are not the same thing. He has no idea what that means because he is not dead. But it feels like a message from an entirely different life. Let's jump. Get you back in. Very good. Why not? Well, store what you can. And just board with what you can't. So what did we get to keep? A surface sample, an EVA report. That's it. Can we do a crew report? Yeah, keep those. Keep that. Do a crew report. And transmit that. Let's go ahead and get that stuff done. That's going to give us this. Get science from the moon, right? What else? We can also transmit that one. Oh, no usable in-range comms device. Oh, I didn't put a comms one on this one. All right, well, no worries. Who's this on the other one? Let's go home. 3, 2, 1. So we have 850 delta V. Get our apoaps up around 10,000. Really hope that's enough. Down to 500 delta V. Pull in landing gear. I don't want to stage a rescue mission. I mean, I will, but... $40, $30... Oh, look at that delta V just evaporate. Yeah, you know what, guys? We're going to have to stage him. Rescue mission. And this is a bad orbit. All right. Got 200 delta V, which we're going to use to get to circularize our orbit. And then we're going to have to come get them. I mean, I am. So I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do. Oh, this mission is a disaster. Sort of. I mean, I still have things in shape where it will be fine. Pop our periapsis up. Get it close to our apoaps. 200 meters per second. Doesn't get us home, right? Right? So we have 204. And we need how much to get out of the moon's sphere of influence? It just puts our periaps at a gigantic 5 million. 4 million, 3 million. Oh. So we need 160 to get out of the sphere of influence. Is there a better place to do this? 3 million. No, there's not. I've seen people just set up like a maneuver node to just go home, and I just I'm just not doing it very well. 3.4 might be easier to at least get them out there. $162 gets us 3.5. That's really the best I can do, I think. Yeah, we'll put him in an orbit around Kerbal. So we need a 6-second burn. We have 204. That'll leave us 40, which is not going to be enough to get us into the atmosphere. I seriously doubt. But it'll be easier to get them out of a Kerbal orbit than it will be to get them otherwise. Get in on that maneuver node. As soon as that pops. Come on. There we go. Get to Munar escape. Warp there. There's no way we're going to burn off 3.5 million meters. (41 meters per second). It's way more than that. We have our MSS ship, and we have our Munar escape vehicle, and now I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna need to stage a rescue of them, and that's fine. That won't be too bad. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Because I don't want to have a really. Here's the thing. I don't want to burn off like 1 million meters and just have even a weirder orbit than I already do. In fact, if anything, I should probably want to circularize it. But that's going to do it for this episode. Such as it is. We did stuff. We put the docking ports in orbit around the Mun. Whether we can ever actually use them remains to be seen, but hopefully we should be able to. The big question is, does it count as a control area if there is because I can transfer Kerbal from, just kind of spacewalk him to the science station and put him in there. As long as that then counts and allows us to dock, because don't you need both the docking ships to have a command and control system? I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just do it again. Until next time, my name's Sean Sands. Thank you for joining me for Kerbal Space Program. My as always, learning escapades continue. Until next time, we'll see you again real soon.